What if I told you that the next war might not be fought with tanks or jets, but with keyboards and Wi-Fi signals? While politicians argue and borders flares up, an invisible war is already unfolding. One that could bring down economies, manipulate millions, and erase digital identities with few lines of code. This isn't a warning, it's a headline from 2025, and it started with 26 lives lost in Pahalgam, India. Welcome to the dark side of modern conflict, where hacktivists and misinformation warriors are rewriting the rules of engagement between India and Pakistan. Quick question: if your country went to war tomorrow, would your firewall stand a chance? I don't think so. Just an update, at the time of recording this video, both the countries have agreed to ceasefire. But let's go back to the April 22nd, 2025, the day of Pahalgam terror attack. It took the lives of 26 civilians, sending shockwaves across India. Barely 2 weeks later, India launched Operation Sindoor. In Hindu communities, the Sindur is considered auspicious and is a visual marker of marital status of a woman. And Operation Sindur, a series of precision missile strikes, targeted 9 terror camps in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. But what followed wasn't just airspace lockdowns or military drills, it was a coordinated eruption of cyber warfare. According to the Radware, May 7th, the very day of Operation Sindoor, saw a massive surge in DDoS attacks targeting India's digital infrastructure. That wasn't a coincidence, it was a retaliation. And this is where the story turns terrifying. Hacktivist groups from across the globe, many were politically and religiously motivated, started circling like digital vultures. And here enters RipperSec, the most active threat actor in 2025. Based in Malaysia, RipperSec is a pro-Palestinian group operating since June 2023. They were behind over 30% of DDoS attacks on India after Operation Sindoor, using tools like Mega Medusa to launch web layer DDoS attacks. But they weren't alone. They teamed up with Iranian group named Vulture alongside others like Anonsec, Mr. Hamza, Kemas Plus, Anonymous VNLBN, Red Wolf Cyber, and Islamic Hacker Army. The attacks weren't random, they were coordinated, and they had a message: you hurt us physically, we'll hurt you digitally. Now the question may arise, who did they go after? 75% of DDoS attacks post Operation Sindoor were aimed directly at Indian government institutions. Finance and telecom sectors were also frequent targets. Even education and manufacturing saw digital assaults. This wasn't just about causing a nuisance, it was psychological warfare meant to erode public trust in government's ability to protect the nation. Even without confirmed data breaches, the threat was real enough that New Delhi temporarily restricted overseas users from accessing the National Stock Exchange and BSE websites. You know it's bad when your country's stock market pulls the digital curtain and goes, sorry, not available today. While the cyber attacks raged, another front quietly opened, and it might be even more dangerous. Enter the world of misinformation warfare. After the operation, Pakistan's cyber agency PKCRT issued a warning: hostile actors were spreading fake news to manipulate public opinion and destabilize critical infrastructure. One viral post claimed India's aircraft carrier INS Vikrant had launched attacks on Pakistani ports. Completely fake, but it spread like wildfire on social media. The Ministry of Defense had to issue public advisories warning media outlets and civilians not to broadcast live operations or trust unverified news. Meanwhile, Pakistan allegedly launched Operation Hafwaian, where Hafwaian means rumors, an organized campaign to flood Indian cyberspace with misinformation. Some Indian outlets even reported Pakistani social media accounts being hijacked and used to spread chaos. The real danger? You don't need code to crash a system anymore. You just need doubt and a Twitter account. If we look at the real damage and response, while some attacks may have been exaggerated or inflated for psychological impact, others had very real consequences, like temporary shutdowns of stock exchange access, widespread confusion from fake ransomware warnings, financial institutions conducting emergency audits, government pushing cyber hygiene advisories to both organizations and civilians. Even simple best practices like avoiding suspicious links, using two-factor authentication, and updating software were being pushed hard. Agencies like CERT-In and NCI IPC stepped up, alongside directives from India's finance minister and telecom authorities to harden digital infrastructure, especially near the borders. But the damage was done, if not to data, then to the confidence. As we move forward, one truth becomes very clear. The next war might not be fought in trenches, but in inboxes. It may not claim cities, but it will cripple trust, disrupt economies, and destabilize societies. And while nations prepare their firewalls and state-sponsored hackers get more advanced, you are the first line of defense. Whether you are a student, a banker, a startup founder, or just someone who posts memes on Instagram, you're already on the battlefield. If you want to understand the tools hackers use and how they launch attacks, and most importantly, how you can defend yourself, do check out this playlist popping up on your screen. You'll learn the real tricks and straight from the real cases like this one. And yes, if you like the effort, please do like the video and subscribe to our channel. This will help me a lot. And I will see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe, stay secure, and take care.